Good evening, friends. Today I'm back after quite a long time. I think I was busy with some of my assignments. Sorry for the delay, but I think today I'm coming up with one of the fresh topic. Although I have made a very small video on this topic, the whole purpose of birth, the reason basically you might have taken birth in the planet Earth. And this may not be a complete a big video, but I'm trying to keep it short. But those people who have not watched that video, they can also watch that video. This topic is to figure it out, the purpose of life, the goal of life through one of the tricks or techniques, I would like to say, through Gemini astrology. Those who have seen that video, basically how to figure out the Atma Karka planet. So this basically is concept designed keeping the Atma Karaka's D9 position in mind. Before we go to there, I request most of the people who are watching my video for the first time, I would like to say, please subscribe my channel, put a like button so this video reaches to maximum number of people, share with your friends and family. If you have any questions, doubts, I think you can drop down in the comment section. Anybody willing to take professional consultation or want to learn astrology from the beginners level to the predictive astrology level, I have host of courses and teaching it on online one-to-one basis through Zoom video conference. Okay. So there are a host of courses. You can join me there. I'll be dropping my WhatsApp number there. You can message me. So friends, now let's get back to the topic basically. Now, as basically the purpose of life. But before we go to the purpose of life, I think let's understand somehow the sign, 12 signs. They are divided into four fractions. Okay. There are 12 signs in which there are three fire signs, three earth signs, three air sign, and three water signs. Okay. In every element, you will find a combination of movable, fixed sign, and a dual sign. Okay. So there are three stages of that based on depending your soul is carrying. Okay. The basic thumbnail you have seen that I have written the four main purushartha or four mandatory tasks human soul is supposed to go through, the four crossroads, I think, through which you have to travel in order to reach the ultimate conclusion of your life. Now, you might have been born in a different ascendant is your physical identity. Okay, sun is regarded as one of the natural significators of soul, which never takes birth, never dies, but it always changes the body. But since you are in the form of body, so basically we need to understand it in different way. All the fire signs speaks about the dharma, the universal rules, the regulation, values, direction, ethics, morality in the society. These are the people who can say, like kings, politicians, bureaucrats. Or in olden time, we used to see that all the rishi munis, all the kings, basically, up to some extent, soldiers are also basically considered in that time. That was the old construct, but in modern day, there might be the definition change within that. But somehow, basically, we have to be very strict with related to spiritual domain, we have to follow the dharma in our life. So among the four mandatory Purushartha, all the fire sign, Aries, implementation and execution. It's a movable free will sign. You can say it is the incarnation of soul. Aries sign is, you can say, taking the birth again and again, setting a rule, leading from the front with a leadership example. Okay, so Aries sign is basically the center of attraction. It is the sign which carries away the dharma on its shoulder and sets an example, like a soldier who protects its motherland, like the engineer who creates something extraordinary in the modern times, an actor basically trying to teach the same values, ethics, morals for the country, for the nation, for the motherland in a different way. So basically, you can say the sun as a leader, Mars as a leader, Jupiter as a leader. So there are different kind of leader in different domains. Okay. Now, depending upon which planet is placed in Aries. Okay. So that way you need to see that your soul is carrying a karma, whether in the movable domain, in the fixed domain, or in the dual domain. Then we can classify it in three domains. Let's say your purpose of birth somewhere revolves around the dharma signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now, Aries is a movable sign. So here energy plays a lot of a role. Okay. I can define it three way. there are three stages of a guru. Let's say I'll give you example with the Jupiter. Let's say Jupiter coming into Aries. Now this Jupiter shows that you sometimes need to act as a soldier, act as a leader like Sun, act as a guru in lot many ways. Multipolar activities needs to be done. So that way you need to understand that Jupiter here can define it in three different ways. Somewhere it may behave like Sun, somewhere it may behave like Mars, somewhere itself only behave like a guru or a teacher. Okay, but if when Aries is a movable sign, so moving from one part to different part, reaching, propagating dharma to the various level, going to different areas. So doing lot many activities, technical education, scientific education, dharma education, historical education, all the glorified stories of your ancestors and lot many ways. So somewhere basically you need to understand that Aries is a movable sign. It demands lot of energy, traveling, action oriented sign, but leading from the front. They are active right from the childhood. Okay. Now this can be battleground kind of a sign also. This is a very tough sign, very strict sign in the movable domain. Now let's say if the same thing comes into the fixed sign Leo. Leo is like a genetic institution. Your forefathers, your grandfathers, your brand name, your kingdom, or you may be coming from a one of a very renowned family. So it's like a kingdom. You have to sit in your kingdom, work in your organization like you're a president, prime minister, chairman of an organization. You're a political leader of a company. You may be a doctor. You may be a something, but this is kind of a brand. You're born in a particular brand. Now, depending upon which planet, let's say Sun is there. Sun can be doctor, can be leader, can be expert businessman here also, but dealing in jewelry, gold, ornament, you are somewhere born in a very renowned family. So somewhere you have to make sure that your kingdom, your family, generations, your all the skill sets are preserved. They are protected. You don't have to move too much physically in your life, but you are the center of attraction. Like you can say, Leo is an institution. Aries is the person who basically puts the action on the ground, and the script basically comes from the Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the actual guru of the Dharma, who teaches us lot many times. Let's take a example of a Ramayana. Okay, in the Ramayana, if you consider Ayodhya with the Leo sign, a royal kingdom. Okay, or you can say there will be both side of examples, Dharma and Adharma both. Okay, so basically, Leo is an example of a kingdom, a brand, an organization. Sagittarius is the Rishi Guru who is giving the teachings, value of dharma, ethics, all the shastra and all the techniques in order to work in the physical format as a leader going into the forest. Okay, so Aries is something Ram going to the forest as a vanvas and something like that. So that way, somewhere you have to understand that I may be using the olden scripture textures values to define the purpose of life. So somewhere you have to correlate that rules are very important. You will be always watched by the society. You may be somehow born in the powerful family background. Some your father, forefather might have done something very great in order to stay in the society. So dharma comes as a superior level. That should be the priority in order to make sure your family image, your value, your ethics should never be compromised. Okay. So depending upon which planet is basically placed in the fire sign, basically that determines the what kind of things basically you'll be carrying on in order to make sure in your career, your money making options, your family life, your marriage, spouse, everything somehow will be revolved around the dharma. Among the four Purushartha, dharma is the direction we get for the overall purpose in our life in order to move in the different way. It gives you the answer of most of the question. You have to go through the old scripture, textures in lot many ways. You may be well versed in different language and lot of things. But this is a very, I think I would like to say, advantageous science basically, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, depending which planet becomes your Atma Karaka. Now, should you look at in the D1 chart? No. You must always look the planet which is going into D9, and if that falls into the fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that is called Karkam Shalam. Atma Karaka's D9 Navamsha placement is equal to Karkamsha Lagna. That is the area where your destiny is taking, pulling you towards that. Somewhere that sign basically either you are expert in the skills related to that planet, either you have to learn lot of things related to that planet, or either you have to execute something related to that planet. Now that depends upon the planet which forms the position of a Atma Karaka planet. Okay. But before that, I would like to tell you what is the Atma Karaka planet. As you put your birth detail in any software, any app or somewhere, you get a birth chart, a physical birth chart, a Vedic birth chart. So among that, you will be watching the 9 planets. Okay. Among the 9 planets, you have to first of all exclude Rahu and Ketu. You cannot include them. Both of them are shadow planet. One is the desire, one is the past. They cannot be the source of direction or the skill set or quality you are born with. Okay. So among the 7 planets from Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, among the 7 planets, there may be one of the planets which may be highest in the degree. And if that planet goes into the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that shows that somewhere basically Dharma. Among the 4 Purushartha, Dharma plays a very constructive role in your life to channelize the direction where your career will be linked to that area. Like you may be expert in learning science, politics, technical studies, leadership skill set. You may be preparing to become IS/IPS officer, a politician, an engineer. You may be in aviation sector, driving as a pilot or something like that. So there may be lot many other things. Basically, whatever I am telling you, whether the career path or something like that, but somehow your life's goal will be attached to the fire sign value. Strict means you are at limelight, you are at attention, but you have to maintain certain protocols, dignity in order to make sure that you are abiding the law, okay, of the universe, not the country-made constitution made. That can vary according to the country to country. But somewhere you are in such position, basically this becomes a mandatory, a kind of a lock. You can say that a kind of a lock, a restricted zone. Basically, you cannot go. You are stuck by the boundaries and lot many things. Like the more bigger the person you become in the society, you are chained by the kind of expectations of the people. You may be a celebrity, you may be a public figure, you may be an actor, you may be a sportsman, you may be an army soldier, you may be a politician, you may be a doctor, you may be a very renowned professor, teacher, you may be an artist, singer. There may be difference in lot many your profession, the way of making money, but somewhere basically you are a kind of a celebrity kind of a person. If not celebrity, somewhere within the family you are the source of direction, motivation for other people around you. So that is basically dharma. You can inspire people, may be inspired by you. So how to determine this? Any you are born in any XYZ ascendant, the planet which happens to be the highest degree planet now going into the fire sign in the Navamsha. That speaks about the dharma. So somewhere the purpose of your life is basically controlled by the dharma signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and that can be any planet between Sun to Saturn among the 7 planets. Okay. So this was the first Purushartha among the 4 mandatory Purushartha in order to understand what reason, what purpose we are born in the present life. For detailed understanding, you can either learn this astrology professionally or you can take a professional consultation where I can give you a person specific detail, goal, purpose, tools, direction in order life. And this sign basically rules the eastern part of the zodiac belt. Okay. So let's say you are XYZ living in any particular city. In that city, if you open up the Google map, whichever area contains covers the eastern part of that area, eastern direction may be very much important in your life, basically, especially when the Atma Karaka goes into the fire signs. So eastern direction, people related to eastern direction will play a key role in your life. The teachers, the enemy, the competition, everything, somewhere children, spouse, lot many things. Somehow eastern direction will play the very important role in your life. Okay, depending upon the planet and other factor like Ashtavarga and all those things. Okay. So that way we have understood the first domain of the 4 Purushartha, the dharma signs. Okay. Now let's jump to the second sign, second level, Artha. Artha means not EARTH. This is the Artha of Sanskrit. Artha means material value. Okay. Material, physical, practical. Okay. Realistic. This is the mother earth also, physical action like eating food, okay, making money, constructing buildings. So earth sign is the physical labor in the sign, in the physical body, in the sign, the body made of that basically, or material acquisition and making money and making lot of things in the material world. The earth signs are basically Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Taurus is the family you are physically born in. It's the banking organization. It is your face. It is your food. It is your speech. It is your singing talent. It is how you present yourself in the your value, your material value, assets, savings, and everything. So Taurus sign somewhere deals with the dealing with the family issues, carrying out the family business, into the singing profession, into the profession which gives you the face value, your speech, your voice, your communication skills becomes a very important in making money and something like that. But somewhere your goal is related to the family, finance, money making. These are the central point related to that. You have to work hard in order to make sure you see the financial security in your life. Okay. Somebody may be working in banking organization, somebody may be a singer, somebody may be doing a family business, hotels, restaurant business. So somewhere basically your purpose is to take care of your family, the financial security, the rest, all other matter related to that, the finance and then the physical hard work is associated. So earth sign basically revolves around the physical activity. Somewhere you have to be very rational, very practical. You cannot work in very emotional way, like whether investment, whether any kind of activity. You should be rational, realistic. You must have a reality check in everything. So earth sign is not very theoretical, or I would like to say it's a raw physical activity. But here basically you are very conscious, very careful. You are very calculative in order to live in the material world. So Earth Sanchay. So Earth Sanchay, you can say accumulation of material values like buying properties or selling property, jewelries, gold, physical form of currency, physical form of ornaments, jewelry. So lot of things, acquiring a lot of foodstuffs and lot many things. Somewhere your business, family, profession, or life purpose is like you are a farmer in your life doing a farming activity. You are a businessman having a departmental store. So somewhere basically your life will demand lot of consistent labor activities, physical activities. So this comes under the domain of earth sign. The first is Taurus sign. The second is Virgo. Now Virgo is the natural sixth house sign of Prarabdha. It is your day-to-day routine life. So fitness is important. So doctors are connected, medicines are connected. This sign is connected with Prarabdha. So loans are also connected. This sign is connected with competition in the various domains. Sun, let's say sun is here. So there may be lot of doctors. One is eye specialist, one is bone specialist, one is other specialist. So that way, in the same way, politicians are there. Let's say Mars or Venus are there. They are very good in lawyers somewhere. Mercury is very good in debate, argument, competition, students, competition, student union, something like that. So that way you can see the media newsroom or the people who are doing debate, discussions and lot many things, chartered accountants. So somewhere basically you are holding the material domain, the practical physical domain, the structure in the material world. So you are the people who are working on the ground in the form of physical. So you are basically somewhere goal is somewhere around to the earth element, ARTH, earth, not EARTH. Dharma, artha. Okay, dharma, artha. So basically somewhere the goal, purpose revolves around the earth element. So earth element is very much realistic, family oriented, material oriented, money minded also you can say. But these people do not trust or believe somebody based on theory. They are the people, let's say they have got the script. Let's say fire sign is the dharma, a script. Execution is basically seen by the earth. Implementation is seen by the earth. So you are the person, let's say you are the hero. Fire sign is the writer and director, you can say. Writer and director who has given you the script. Now finally you have to act in the ground zero. Act in the ground zero. To make it sure that script is basically executed, it is visible in the world. You basically are the people who create systems like hospitals, institutions, lot many stores, food supply chains, lot many medical supply chains, schools, universities. So these are basically physical construction of lot many buildings, lot many government offices, records, documents, data, lot many things. So somewhere basically your life revolves between the earth element side. You can be the physically making of fitness trainer, Virgo sign. So earth sign is like an institution. Skill set is basically seen through Virgo, and Capricorn is sign the person who basically execute all the script into the reality. So that way, this basically is controlled with the earth element. So basically, any of your planets sitting in the D1, but that planet goes into the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, then your Atma Karaka, the planet which is the highest degree planet, sitting in any of the sign in the D1, but somehow that highest degree planet in the D9 goes either in Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. You are associated with the Earth Purushartha in your life, which happens to be the second Purushartha in the life. Okay, Dharma and Artha. Now we will come to the third domain of the Purushartha, basically, which is basically associated with the calm. So it's a KAAM calm. You can use the word that, but calm. Most of the people are restricted with the social engagement, in how you live in the in between the people, your communication, your learning, your coexistence with the different kind of culture, tradition, values, business, trade, marriage is one of the important thing. Like you have followed the dharma, you have taken the education, then you started making money, earning yourself, and finally you get marriage, kama. So sexual activity also comes one of the portion under the kama domain. But kama is basically the illusionary world. It is the market, it is the neighbor, it is the siblings, it is the friend, it is the movies, it is the social activity. But this is a dramatic world. This is purely a dramatic world. Desires, ambition, living in a rich society, traveling to different locations, finding and figuring out with a different kind of people. So basically, you can say media people, people who are into communications, your neighbors, different language, different culture, different tradition, traveling to a different location, faraway location, trying to understand, or you can say figure out the people from a different dimension. Libra sign is the opposite gender. Okay, marriage, business partners, people living in a faraway countries. So somewhere basically your purpose is to do the marketing work, like a political work, or somewhere the purpose of your life is to influence the society. You are the kind of an influencer. Let's say you are a businessman carrying away the product of one manufactured country to the other country. Transportation, communication, culture, movies, tradition, politics also comes under that. Like fire sign is the conservative political identity, but air sign is the liberal political identity. We can see the basically two political identities in the world which are in the main domain. Fire sign speaks about the conservative traditional values in something like that, those who carry the dharma values in a very strict way. And air sign is completely opposite to that. Nowadays, the word we see basically democracy or liberalism or something like that, where you will see a lot of people from different caste, creed, race, religion under one roof and learning the act of coincidence. That is basically karma. And people misunderstood karma with the lust, sex, and no, that is one of the smaller part of that. Like your parents basically have taken the act of dharma. They've made money and they've got married, and then finally they created an institution called family, a marriage. A family is built, and basically they have brought you. Okay, now basically taking out the generation to the next level is basically karma trigger. Sex is one of the connecting dot within that. But people basically misunderstood that sex is everything in the karma domain. No. That is one of the, you can say, essence a tool to make sure your generation is expanding. But art, literature, expression, media, discussion, learning, lot many things, anything related to society which you can put up in the public domain. Good and bad both. Discussion, dealing with different kind of people, caste, creed. So somewhere you people, maybe let's say in the media, you may be in a different kind of politics, you may be going to a foreign location, So somewhere basically your Atma Karaka in the D1 chart sitting in any of the sign but goes in Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So these people might somehow the people who basically are like a student, a kind of a learner, like we all are in the material world are somewhere connected with this element more in the modern times, in the Kali Yuga, basically. Air element is more. But this is a very illusional area. This is not a permanent area. It's controlled by the air element. So this is not permanent, coming and going. So in this domain, basically people create a lot of conflict, fighting with the neighbor, misunderstanding, language barriers, cultural barriers. So basically, somewhere this karma trikon basically is the reason we take birth again and again in order to learn, grow, or something, or sometimes we suffer how basically we deal with other people. Okay, we must have patience to listen the other side of the story. So whenever this area is blocked, people basically either don't get married, don't get socialized, they become very restricted, and somewhere basically your mandatory for purushartha, this is the third Purushartha, Kama Purushartha. Somewhere basically you have to learn and respect the value, ethics, morality of the different gender, a different caste, creed, culture, value. Acceptance. That is the true domain. Somewhere basically, despite of difference of opinion, different of opinions, way of living, culture, we have to learn coexistence in our life. So that is the purpose in order to burn down the prarabdha karma. So this karma triangle basically helps you to burn your past life karma. You have to do some course correction. Course correction. Let's say our ancestors might have made money or followed the earth element or karma element in wrong way. Then we basically suffer in our life. So somewhere this karma Purushartha basically gives our soul an opportunity to learn, discover, figure out lot many things to balance down the negative karma of our past life. So somewhere basically we should not be very quick judgmental. We should not be very critical in our life. We must have developed that liberal values in our side of coexistence and something like that. So Karma Triangle is music, art, filmmaking, sports, glamour, friends with a different culture, traditions, man respecting woman, woman respecting man, opposite gender. Somewhere basically equality should be brought. Although this seems to be the most toughest area in everybody's life. In this domain, I have seen people making big blunders in their life. Because Rahu basically gains power in this element, karma, desires, rights. So somewhere basically we can get carried away in this area. Like say multiple marriage, multiple physical partner. Because somewhere basically you have to follow the rules of karma, following the dharma, commitment value. Saturn becomes exalted in this element. If you follow the Rahu way, you will suffer, keep on. If you follow the Saturn way, you will balance it out very well. Even the Venus is somewhere difficult in this element. But Saturn is one of the best planets. Ability to understand, digest the other people's growth, expansion story, coexistence, despite of differences. So Kama triangle, basically the Kama element, your Atma Karaka going in this area, you have to learn the art of somewhere you have to understand that universe has been created with the purposefully of lot many differences. We all having lot of karmic background, and this karma element gives us the person basically with whom we have to settle the score of past life. Either we have to we get beaten by them, either we will beat them, either we will forgive them, we will try to change them through our good work, tolerance, and lot many things basically. And we might have lot of different ideological issues, but somewhere basically lots and lot many businessmen. Their businessmen also comes under the karma domain. For their selfish vested interest, if they do lot of destructive, let's say manufacturing lot of let's say making porn videos and putting in the public domain, trying to harm the society, children's. That is also comes under the activity. Any activity which you do in the social media which is not aligned with the dharma, and if you do that, you are boycotted by the society, thrown away out of the society. So somewhere this element plays a very important role because masses are maximum number of people from the different part of the world are associated. In modern day times, we see Facebook, YouTube. These are the symbol of karma element. Lot of people become internet celebrity. They show something different in the world, but in reality, they are something different. This element definitely is like a slippery track in your life. If your Atma Karaka goes into the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in the D9, depending upon which planet, you have to be very careful in your life. This is I would like to say, Kama is the area, and up to some extent, Artha, where people basically make lot of blunder in their life. You may be successful in your life, but you will create a foundation where your children, your future generations will suffer like. So you have to be very careful in your life. You cannot skip the dharma and do something of your own. We all have a karmic background, karmic footprint. And according to that, sometimes whenever we get a Atma Karaka in the D9 in the air sign, it's a karmic trap, a test kind of a thing in order to understand the hidden code meaning behind that. So somehow you have to understand that code and you have to learn. This is the sign of learning, keeping again and again in your life. And Saturn is a very key player. Saturn is the right guide in the this area. But Mercury, Venus, even Rahu can create a lot of diversions in your life, illusion in your life, and you can fall into the false prey sometimes. Bad marriage, bad business, humiliation in the public domain. So a lot of things basically have. But some people create great recognition, name, fame for the extraordinary contribution. Some say singers, some actors, some sportsmen who add lot of value to the society, culture, tradition, to their business, to their art, to together we can, despite of lot of differences. So somewhere this is also a mirror reflection of a dharma, copying the great icons and taking it to the next level. That is the ultimate purpose of karma. What is this? The karma element. It is the reflection of dharma. Somebody has done a great thing, I have to carry out. My father brought me in the earth. I have to also marry. But if somebody says that nowadays the scenario in the world is very dangerous, marriage is a dangerous thing. We should not go for marriage, live in relationship, lot of things. Let's say you find everything is very dangerous. Again, you are compromised dharma. You feel that no, being a man, being a woman, I will decide the terms and conditions. You are nobody to decide terms and you can choose the action you want. You can choose the action. Okay, I don't want to get married. This one sentence is sufficient. You have chosen the karma. But till your old age, you will be alive. What kind of your life will be there? Let's say in the next birth, again you take a birth. The chapter will begin from the right, that point where you are trying to escape. Just because the things are very complicated. Our parents also might have faced a lot many things. They produced us, they faced all the challenges. So dharma, artha, kama is a mandatory part. It's an important purushartha in order to take the generation forward. If our parents might have not done that, if thinking that the world is very scary, no financial opportunity, how to raise a children, family, there might be crisis. Nothing will be perfect, but somewhere we have to live together, start together, and have to develop that. If you do not accept that, that shows that you're bad Saturn. Your karma energy is very weak. Basically, Saturn is very weak in your chart, or your Mars and Sun are very weak. You are very scared of something like that. And you feel that in this lifetime, if you don't want to confront the person, the surroundings, and the karma triangle, which may be the reflection of your past life karma. Okay, you can skip in this life. You will not get marriage. In the next lifetime, your situation will start from there. Your soul will again put you into the same position in the form of a retrograde planets. Retrograde Atma Karaka, combust Atma Karaka, debilitated Atma Karaka. So why do you get such kind of things? Somewhere you have to ask your own self that. Okay, it is never a wise act. Even let's say somebody kills us. Somebody kills us. I may be speaking very blunt, very harsh, maybe very frightening for some of the people. I can relate it. But somewhere, let's say there are a lot of people working in the army, soldiers. They are fighting a battle to secure a country, a borders. Are they having their personal goals, ambition? They are also doing their duty. Their father, forefather might be in army. They have taken birth in the same family. Their father were doing the work of army. They are also carrying the same profession. So somewhere basically again that is a karma. Father was in army, he got married, he died early, but he left the children behind. His child learned the army tricks and he also joined the army. So karma is not only in that. Karma is the vansh expansion, the genetic expansion our fathers have followed. Now, based on this, I think genetic expansion, taking the generation to the next level, karma energy is very most important as a third purushartha. And to reach the fourth purushartha and gain the fourth, relaxed settlement, stability, security, peace in your life. When we come to the fourth purushartha, mandatory purushartha, which is water element, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Our home, our mother, our emotions, our happiness, our peace of mind, our learning, peaceful death. You are giving your parents old age good treatment in front of your young childrens. You are setting an example of a dharma. Look, I am taking care of my old age generations. Then your children who are watching all this and growing up, and you are setting an example, you will get back to your childrens. So moksha element to square moksha, liberation from the prarabdha. Moksha is not necessary within a one lifetime you will achieve it. But moksha is the highest level of the soul. But to reach that, Rishi Munis, gurus, teachers, astrology, occult, scientific fields, there are a lot of hidden treasure. This is one of the most powerful element, dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. Any planet in the D1 chart going into the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces comes under the moksha element, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. This element always is the guiding guru, teacher, scientist, professors, Almighty, the universal gods, powers, they are blessed by some universal powers to reach that level into the Cancer Navamsha, Scorpio Navamsha. Scorpio is a very problematic sea. You can see Naga Sadhu connected with that, army men connected with that. There are people who are firefighters. They may be dying themselves but saving a lot of people, soldiers. Lot of people who are into tantra, occult, medicine, doctors, surgeries, dealing with the adverse area of life, and Pisces. So the water element basically contains the moksha. This is the most highest dignified version of your soul, the most evolved level of soul. Learning of medicines, learning of astrology, scientific discoveries, historical discoveries, going to the ancient roots, spiritual domain, various kind of sadhana, siddhis are under the domain of artha, moksha element. Somewhere basically, let's say when you treat your father, forefather in the old age in a proper way, means you treat your parents, your children, you treat them in the better way. You take care, you sacrifice a lot. Moksha element is what? Sacrifice. Like, let's say you might have born, your parent might have sacrificed a lot of their sleeps to raise you. Sacrifice. Okay, to give you a good upbringing. They sacrifice their desires. They showed that sacrifice. Father, forefathers. And they make you economically independent. They give you education. They make you financially through job, through business, through profession independent. You got settled in your life. They are into the moksha element. They fulfill their dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So that same way the cycle keeps on moving. Now, if your parents have done that, it's your duty to give them a good treatment in the old age. You take care of them. If you don't set that example, your children may be watching that, and at the old age, you will be alone. You have a peaceful and a dignified exit from the world. This moksha element plays a very great role. It works in a very silent way. This is the area where the universe basically watches your action like anything. Like a guru, rishi, doctor, astrologer, scientist, lot many ways. So friends, within this video, my purpose was to just give you an idea that look at your Atma Karaka in the D1 chart. You may be born in XYZ, any ascendant. It may be placed in any house sign in the D1. That is not the important point. Okay. Now that planet in the D9 chart is going in which kind of sign? Highest degree planet, D9. And that sign, if it's a fire sign, you are controlled by the dharma, rules, universal rules. You are into the limelight. If it's in the earth element, you have to physical labor, reality check, action, making money, material stuff, debate, discussion, all those things are there. If in the karma element, You have to learn the coexistence with the different caste, culture, society, activity. You have to add value to the society. You have to learn coexistence. You have to go through marriage and all the challenges, whether you like or not. Acceptance, trying to accept the second side of the sign in order to reach to the fourth and final level, which is called moksha. So friends, this was my initial just video just to give you a small idea about what are the four mandatory purushartha as per the Vedic values. Basically, the purpose we might have been born. Okay, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. These are the four. But most of the people who are watching this video for the first time, I ask them to please subscribe the channel, put a like, and if anybody is willing to take a consultation, they can contact me on my WhatsApp number. So friends, that was my today's video. I'll be coming up with Atma Karaka in a different sign with a detailed explanation. So those who have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe the channel. I'll be speaking up on a very wider level on a different planet as a Atma Karaka in different signs. Okay, about all the seven planets. Okay, so stay connected with this channel. There are a lot of interesting stuff is coming in front of you. So that was for today, friends. I'll be coming you within 3-4 days. So stay connected.